Hello, welcome to Meteor Stop Off, the tiebreaker rounds part 2, this time with Diamond and Oddish. Alright, we're just gonna hop straight into this, and this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a good time, just gonna be a pretty good time, so here we go. So, what we see here is both are playing Gas. Most likely, both are playing Gas Mind Control. I know UnseenOddish has been maining Mind Control a lot. But it will be interesting to see how both of these decks differ. Because a lot of times that seems what happens. Everybody wants to put in their own little spicy flair. So we'll see how this game goes. Diamond is starting off early with a Rel Hex Mine. That's getting him some good card advantage. And Diamond is going to start to rack up some damage with Beast of the Conjurers. Saw a lot of play of that last game. Good start. That's gonna allow Diamond to set up those zones for the future to make some cool 2-card things, a Gla and a strong creature, something like that. That'll be really helpful. And we immediately see UnseenOddish use for Sale Sign, and is going to mirror that back at Diamond. So now the only thing that Diamond has against Oddish is a second creature zone. It was a pretty good play. Sets them up as even. Mostly even. Diamond's going to decide to take that back and go for another 3. Probably because he is assuming currently that Oddish doesn't have anything to counter what he's doing. Trying to get some early points to see. Probably playing aggressively to do that, but Oddish is going to do the same thing. So they're hot potatoing around. Diamond technically does have star advantage currently, but it is interesting this early game. It's going very fast. Gla is going to take out this, is going to deal with this in a very passive way. And the question is he going to bring out a second creature? And that's going to, actually, he's going to use Gaia's ability to get out a much better thing to be killed, which is Thorngabork. And, yeah, this game is going incredibly fast. Both of these players know what they're doing. And I think also probably their hands are just making this really easy on them. They know what they're doing. They know... Like, this early game was mostly just a hot potato. Anyways, Oddish going to look for more options with Spoons. Sapling's going to immediately go down there. That was a pretty easy pick. Darkspark is probably the best decision just for some good stars, if a star gainage. Super Pooper is going to come out, but Diamond immediately hits back with a point turret. And that's a no response from Oddish, which means that Oddish most likely doesn't have any battle activators, which is not great for him. Diamond is obviously applying quite a good amount of pressure against Oddish. Anyways, let's see. Whack-A-Man. Is going to go into the trash. It's going to be for Sale Sign that's going to come out. And Super Flipper is going to be used right back at UnseenOddish. Going to just go in. And this game is going incredibly quick because it seems like currently Oddish just doesn't have any way to deal with this. And that's crazy. However, a second Flooper comes out. This is pretty cool. So Diamond still has the lead, but this is wow. So first we get a dog hot potato, and then second we see Diamond and UnseenOddish pass around some super floopers, it looks like Diamond may have a chance to cancel this attack and just keep ramming in and try to get an early win here, which would be kind of crazy. I mean, this game has already been going as fast as it has, and there you go. Beast of the Black Hole is coming out. I think Diamond's just confident that he could end this game early and just get an easy game one. And because this is Gaios Mirror, it's just really easy to play off of each other, especially with that super flooper. And that's why we saw a lot of that. And Dog is going to come out. That's going to get a second battle zone. Is he going to go in for the game? Does he think that Oddish does not have a battle acti right now? That would be absolutely crazy. Or maybe Oddish is saving up. This could be crazy if he commits to this. We could see and Abomination Tomb, Double Dog. Is that what we're looking at? Double Dog. Is this going to be game? No. Planetary Field comes out. That is going to keep things at a standstill. That was crazy. And Galaxy Crash is going to come out. So that means that Diamond did commit maybe a little too hard. And UnseenOddish with 16 stars does look like he's looking to throw back some of what Diamond was doing. And so we're gonna see Dog get that free zone, and that's gonna allow him to play another creature. It looks like he's setting up for quite a big attack. I think Diamond. That was quite a gamble, wasn't it? Because for those early turns, it seemed like Oddish didn't have any answers to anything. So just to commit that hard, I can see why you could do that. But still, who knows? Oddish is a great player, and it seems like he is going to try and take this back. Is going to mill, and we're gonna see a triple A go out. That's not great, and an omniplanetary. We're gonna see a couple of things that would be better in hand, but that is not terrible. UnseenOddish is still gonna go in for a solid 6 points, which means that now it's entirely flipped. Diamond is at 4 stars. There's not a lot of stuff that you can do with 4 stars. I don't know what good ways he's thinking about getting stars, and UnseenOddish is playing enough pressure that like this could easily go into a quick end game for him, and not Diamond. So we're gonna see him actually pass. He might have a way to counter the next attack, because UnseenOddish right now with a clear board there's a chance that he could go for game. There could be something in there that allows him to go for game, or he will just go for a 2-turn game. I think Diamond is gambling upon the idea of he still has maybe one more turn to live. Maybe one more turn to live. Unless Oddish is able to pull off some crazy thing, which could easily happen because he's got 14 stars. I don't think it's enough stars to get both zones, but I'm trying to think of things I could do. Probably not much. I think Oddish is trying to look for game, but I wonder if it really is impossible in this current circumstance. And I think that's also what Diamond is playing off of. Like, Diamond probably can't think of a reason or some strategy that would allow Oddish to hit up guys. But still, I think Oddish is thinking very, very hard, trying to figure out some way to end this game. And we are gonna see him bring out another creature zone. And there's the possibility that this could set up something for game. He's also gambling on the fact he doesn't know whether or not Diamond has a battle activate, or he has planetary field. If he does, then that's gonna ruin this entire plan. But we will totally see that in just the next few minutes. Oddish is probably thinking very carefully. This is one of the best things about the game. Just thinking about what you're like. It is interesting how card games work like this, where it's always thinking about what your opponent could play. And Whack-A-Man's going to come out. And yeah, so we cannot see that. And Planetary Field is going to come out, which means Diamond had that all along. Diamond was able to cleanly pull off all three battle activities, and at a good position. I mean, 15 points and you use three battle activators. That's a pretty good position. However, still, and well, let's not forget that now UnseenOddish actually has committed a lot of stars. So Diamond is in a decent position. Still doesn't have a lot of like nearly enough stars to pull off some crazy moves, but we could see things like Dark Spark getting some extra stars, and we could see other things like this. And Super Flooper is going to come out. I'm hoping that it's not just Super Flooper, and we're going to see a double on Military, and we're going to see Deep Space come out. Dark Spark's going to go in, and is he going to mill? Is the question. No, For Sale Sign's going to come out, and he is going to try to go for gaming. But Beast comes out. But Activation Activator, and that's game one. But Point Turret comes out. Alright. I shouldn't have called that easily, but there you go, guys. It means that this game is tied. And UnseenOddish has a way to turn this around, and we could see this easily going in Oddish's favor now. Does have plenty more options, which means probably going to use that to maybe take control of Dark Spark again. Put him in a good position, being able to take out Flooper. May have something else. That was a crazy play, which also means he was only able to pull off two, but is still in a very nice position, a very, very tight position right now with Diamond. This is pretty intense. Just everybody, like both of these players just gained all their points a lot, and now it comes down to the last few turns on what these guys are going to do. They've used all the things that they could to counter things. They've used all their counters, all their big general counters. So now it's just going to come down to who has the better resources to win. And Droplet Swaz is going to come out, which is kind of wacky. I think Oddish is contemplating taking Dark Spark back, which is a little interesting. I think it would even out the playing field quite nicely. You can take back For Sale Sign, Whack-A-Man, with the amount of stars. Could set up a 3-card thing. Maybe even thinking about going for lethal. That's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah, that's oofda, yeah, oofda. And yeah, it looks like he was contemplating for a moment doing something. Not yet. Oh, sorry, I haven't been looking at chat. My bad. I'm really bad at looking at chat. And we're seeing Glug come out. It's because I want to stay on this game. This game is going really fast. So we're going to see Glug come out. Thorngabork And we're going to see a double thing. It looks like what UnseenOddish is trying to do is set up more options so then he can go, because he knows he's probably yeah, this is a little bit of a wacky doodle thing. What in the world? Huh? Oh. It looks like he's going to use Whack-A-Man because that's an interesting way to use his ability. I don't know. Is that legal? I think that's legal. That is an interesting way to use the ability. Easily. Like, one of the most interesting ways I've ever seen. So they're using basically the same decks. These are both Gaia's Mind Control. I think an Oddish is probably playing a few different cards than Diamond, and Diamond a few different cards than Oddish. That's what it's looking like. This has been a very interesting game. It started off really quickly. Both players were going really, really aggressively. They've used a bunch of cards already. So we're going to see Diamond bring out Droplet Squaws. It looks like now the game has kind of slowed down to a screeching halt, and mostly it's trying to get better options to win this game. That's what it's looking like. These cards, these Droplet Squaws and Thorngaborg, these are both great draw gaining cards, and it looks like that's what is trying to happen. It's interesting how he used Whack-A-Man to get that card. But yeah, Oddish is definitely doing that. Abomination Tube is going to come out. That's going to allow him to bring back a big boy. And the big boy is going to be Glah. And are we going to see the Glah combo come out so that he can hit up Super Flooper or something? And yeah. Yep, the Glah combo is gonna come out, and Super Flooper's down in the dust. I feel like this end game is gonna be super duper boring. I think they just kind of burned all the resources really early, because mostly the only big boy creatures that can dish out damage is Super Flooper, and you also play Beast of the Conjurers, and you play Darkspark Diabolus. Those are the kind of the main creatures in this type of deck. They don't really play that many big creatures, which means it's all just going to come down to how they play off the little guys. Droplet Squaws is going to hit Droplet Squaws. That's going to do the diamond effect, or sorry, the card effect, but Diamond's going to get the card. I think we're seeing a Static Shock. Oh. Hello. Diamond, I think Diamond kind of just like... Yeah, I can open discard, boy. Fish, I'll get you discard. So this is discard. Yeah, they literally like played everything like in like the first like 7-8 turns. Look at this. Like everything. All the staples, all the stuff. It's kinda kooky, if you ask me. Anyways, we see the draw effect. Diamond is back. That's good. We did Did Gook effect do that stuff? Hello? Can someone explain? I do not know what's going on. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I was like, what? No, wait, it's UnseenOddish turn. Did Gook do anything? I thought Glug got killed. I'm so confused. Anyways, we're just gonna ignore that, and we're gonna assume that I missed something. I probably missed something. Okay. So we see immense pressure on the board, double Diabolus with sapling squaws. That's not great for UnseenOddish. Diamond does have one card though, which means like how many options does he have? But anyways, UnseenOddish's turn is right now, so those cards are being 6 cards is a lot of options. Anyways, this is a very slow game now. This is like heckin' slow. Heckin' slow. Okay, Deep Space is gonna come out, and that's gonna draw Dark Spark. And full board wipe on Diamond's side. So now UnseenOddish has the pressure for game. Oh boy. Is it gonna start getting a little spicy? Oddish has used Galaxy Crash. Okay, so the deal is that wait, what happened? Whoa. Oh, that was an accident. Oddish got ahead of himself, honestly. It wasn't Diamond, it was Oddish, bro. Dude, Diamond has one card. What could this one card be? Could this be like I imagine. No, you literally passed the turn. Wait, he doesn't have any staples. Is this game? No, this isn't game because no, this is game. Okay then. That's game 1, guys. Yeah. That was fine. That was completely and utterly fine. That was the finest game I've seen. Oh my gosh. Literally, they peaked at the beginning, and then once they used all of this, it screeched to a halt until UnseenOddish got the better because he had more ways of gaining cards, and then he had more options, and then ta-da! Diamond bricked with 1 card. And that, my friends, is a Chaos Galaxy game for you. Anyways, game 2. So, yeah, definitely a lot of that came down to the fact that Diamond was the one that burnt out of resources first. Oddish, I almost feel like Oddish was holding some of those activators early in the game, like, for later. He's probably expecting that they would be needed later. But then everything just kind of started playing very, very early. So in general, the lesson to learn from that game, my children, is Chaos Galaxy involves some luck and also involves not running out of resources. That's the two things. That's the two lessons from that game. If you the two ways you lose in CG is luck and, well, if you're a skilled CG player, I should probably specify, is either luck or you run out of resources before your opponent does. And that, my friends, that's it. That's it. And then, like, 1 in every 15 games, you get that one game where it's like the one guy actually skillfully played and the other guy actually skillfully played, and it was an all just very nice and skillful match. But that, like, not even 1 in 15, that's like a 1 in 100 game where you see like a really fair game where you just see them battering each other back and forth, and you see some really great plays from both of them, and then one of them just loses because they made the slightly worse plays. I'm not making any sense. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if it's two skilled CG players, you're either seeing luck or resource management being the key things, especially in this meta. Wait, super curious what the last card... What last card? What last card, bro? Anyways, Beast of Conjure is coming out for Oddish. This is actually playing very similar... Oh, never mind. Pelfem is going to come out. That's going to slap UnseenOddish's thing back in. I don't know if that was the best decision. I mean, that's going to allow him to get even. But... Oh, now this is going to happen. And plus, now, technically, Dog can activate twice if he'd like it to. But anyways, it is playing hyper-aggressively, and according to Fish in the chat, that's what's supposed to happen with this type of matchup. It's supposed to be a hyper-aggressive, which actually, now that I think about it, makes a lot of sense, because you don't have a lot of big creatures, so it's mostly about just getting those big creatures out as fast as possible, killing them, and then doing those and getting. Oh gosh! And here we go. Beast of Black Hole hits the Super Flooper. Currently, Oddish has the lead, and Oddish is generally holding a better position now, including star advantage and whatever. Had one card in hand. I don't know. Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't I kind of want to know what that was. Hopefully he will talk about it post game what his last card was. It was probably some super bricky card. Like, no kidding. It was like an omniplanetary top hat. Like, you can't do anything with that. No, but he could have used that, right? No, he couldn't. No, it probably was one of those. Anyways, Dog comes out once again. That's going to allow him to set up the zones really, really easily and for a nice star economy, which means Diamond is sitting in the weaker position currently. Already three big. We get 3 creatures down. 2 of them are pretty big boys, and only one of them got a good attack in. Droplet Squads was able to give more options. We see Dark Spark coming out. Is Diamond gonna mill? Is Diamond feeling comfortable for that? That's the question. And to think about it, to think as though UnseenOddish has not lost any creatures is kind of whack. And we are going to see both dogs go into the discard, which isn't fantastic considering those were free zones. And a nice 260 stat line. And both of these, I mean, technically speaking, that's just one combo thrown out the window. So I'd say that's probably not the worst thing ever. So that mill was okay. I don't know. The follow through didn't feel that worthwhile though. Erratic Void is gonna come out. It looks like Diamond actually cited that and is bringing it out, and it looks like that's gonna. I wonder if Oddish is gonna have that too, and it seems like that's gonna maybe foil both decks, or at least in Diamond's case, Oddish's deck. That's gonna be able to foil that. Except Unseen Oddish already has an answer that he's going to bring back Super Fooper to keep applying pressure. Has plenty of stars, so I really do not see any reason of not doing that. And Dark Spark is dead. Or not. Well, we'll see. We'll see if Planetary Field comes out. Probably thinking about it because, yeah, and it's going to come out, which is probably a good decision. Dark Spark is going to be able to hit that. Or, technically speaking, Diamond could have some way of, and here we go, Deep Space Lighthouse. That's going to bring Super Fooper onto his side. Going to get the second resource zone. Has plenty of stars for it, and there you go. Is that going to be a free 7 points? Does Oddish have an answer? It's all going to come down to this. Oh, and he does. Holy crap. We see Relihex Mine come out. Oddish is trying to get more cards so that he can do this. He can do that, and then he can hit up Dark Spark. I'm wondering if Oddish is going to give Diamond a taste of his own medicine, probably use Lighthouse or something, bring back the Mind Control, and it's just going to hit him up with the same medicine. So that's what's going to happen, and that's exactly what happens. We see, and this is really proving, this really shows how mirror matchups work. Oh, okay, point turret. And that's going to actually put Diamond and Oddish in a similar position that they were the last game, actually. So mirror matches like this, like there's so many ways to counter each other. And what I kind of like about this is compared to Palladium Midrange, back in the day, that was a slow mirror match. Like, that was really slow. Like, there's ways to counter each other, obviously, but with Gaius, because it's a lot more, and especially Mind Control, because it's a lot more taking creatures' cards, both players are doing that, so that's why it's moving so fast, and I actually kind of like that. And that's game. Diamond was able to put out some well-timed Super Fooper, and Unseen Oddish just did not seem to have the ability to counter that. Did not have a pointer, did not have anything. So there you go. That's game 2 for you. Incredibly aggressive game. And that's going to put them at even, which means that this is going to be the final match. We're going to see, this is actually kind of exciting. And this is definitely this is becoming one of my favorite games to cast because it's just so fast. It's just so bouncing back and forth. And that one was a great one because there was no screeching to a halt. There was, like, Diamond just had the better cards, and that was it. That's how they pulled through, and that's interesting. So, yeah, mostly this game is about resource management. It's about figuring out how you can use your resources well to counter each other's plays, and the hope is that you don't get out first. Dog is going to come out. This is the third time that we've seen it, so it seems like that is kind of that's interesting. All 3 games have started with Dog, which is cool. I think that kind of shows how powerful Dog is in this game. Because here's the deal is that, like, sure, it's a zone gaining card, but the thing is it's a really good one, and that's the reason why it's played. Because it's not just like, oh yeah, you get a zone, and most likely you're only gonna get one zone. It's literally like you also pay 6 stars for a very nice creature as well. 260 stat line is just a fantastic stat line. All right, since there's people in here, I'm just gonna wait. Actually, I'm gonna ask you this, Fish. What do you think about? Well, because you're talking about playmats and whatever. What do you think about Chaos Galaxy on Tabletop Simulator? Like, I know Professor Dead dabbled around with that like a while ago, but what do you think? Like, do you think like we could actually like get it working on there and it being like a better? Do you think it would be better? Probably wouldn't be better in terms of money wise. Everybody would have to pay $20 basically to buy it if they wanted to play. But what do you think? What do you think about tabletop? Oh, so Diamond's not going to do anything. Funny. Anyways, Pelfam. Pelfam's going to come out. Oh man, this is like the exact same as the last game. Pelfam bounces dog. I don't know why Diamond's doing that again. Kind of weird. But anyways, we're going to see the Glug combo come out. That's gonna help get him 2 cards. Pelfam is dead. And gonna go in for 1 point. That's gonna keep Oddish slightly above Diamond. Dog. And Super Fooper is gonna come out. Doesn't have enough stars to be able to go full in, but Super Fooper is gonna allow a nice easy deal of 4 points. Oddish playing a lot. Rel Hexmine. That's just gonna give him more options. Lots of options. Lots and lots. Alright. We see Galaxy Crash come out. That's going to hit everything. Dark Spark is going to come out. We're going to see it milling. And what cards do we get? Ooh. Okay, we see a similar thing of this. Phantom Matter? That's not great. It's not the worst mill ever. By no means. But that does get rid of options to take control of the opponent's creatures. We see Sapling Squaws coming out, and Diamond's going to mirror that. And a Thorgabork, trying to probably set up to gain a lot more resources. Galaxy Crash is gone. That's probably a good thing. We're going to see Thorgabork come into hand. It is interesting. Sapling Squaws, it is interesting. Well, Sapling Squaws does seem like the generally better Aplu. Like, it's kind of like the new Aplu. It used to be, usually for Gaia's decks, it used to be like in terms of 1-star creatures, it used to be Thorgabork, Sapling Squaws, or Aplu. Excuse me. That's funny. Anyways, back on track. So it used to be Thorgabork, Aplu, and yeah, that was secret just trolling. Thorgabork, Aplu, and yeah, Gla. And most of the reason that you had Aplu was to get Gla and you could save your Thorgaborks. But now Sapling Squaws is the better one because then you can just have a body that also could possibly potentially do something if you need it. So now you have 2 bodies that could potentially do something if you need it, as well as be targets for Gla. which is honestly not a great or not a bad idea. Not a bad idea to have all three of those cards. And with these Thorgomork taken back by for sale sign, that's going to allow UnseenOddish to go in for 3. Sapling is going to activate and Beast of the Black Hole, which means that Diamond not only gets the stars, but also gets rid of any potential point gaining threat. And if you look at it, they're both even right now, but Diamond easily could start going in for a game. However, the only question is, how much can you do with just 4 cards, and how many of those cards are not useful right now? I'm a little interested to see what Diamond is cooking. And we're going to see Abomination 2 come out, Super Flooper come out, and that's just a free 4 points. I wouldn't say that's the best attack. We've seen far better attacks from Diamond and Oddish, but we're going to see UnseenOddish do that. But the second Erratic Void! Oh, but the activator is going to come out. Makes sense. I mean, I'm not too surprised about that, as Oddish does have a lot more options. And speaking of a lot more options, could play some better things. But just a Thorgomork. Going to keep it nice and simple. 5 points. That is going to tie them up once again. This is a very intense game. We saw the first game, it being incredibly fast, and then UnseenOddish flipping it around later in the game as it kind of screeched to a halt. Second game, we saw Diamond just pull ahead and then just keep pulling ahead. And then this game, it has remained very, very even, which means, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oddish definitely has a few more options. Of course, those options could be pretty bad, but who knows. Okay, Diamond's probably thinking about a way to deal with this looming pressure that he has right now. 3 cards. What can he really even do with 3 cards anyways? That is a good question. Whoa. What did I just do? Excuse me? Hold up. Let me... What was that? What in the world? What in the world? Anyways, Oddish is taking a break, so I guess we'll just take a break right now. How many games? This is the 3rd game now. It's best of 3. So both players have won once. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to bring this back so we can get a good look at what the board is looking at right now. So this is what it's looking like. We see Diamond at 3 cards. Oddish, what in the world? Get me out. What is this? Bro. Interesting. Anyways, we see that happening. Diamond seems to use for sale sign. Not gonna commit to Flooper. Okay, what the heck? I don't even know how this happened. Doesn't really matter. We're getting closer to the end. Flooper is... Oh, did he just do a tech thing? And Planetary Field is going to come out. Does Diamond have the answer to that? Seems like Diamond is thinking. but I could be. Oh, and we're gonna see that. That is gonna leave Diamond at no resources. This is intense. He does have the stack board right now, but with no resources, it's gonna be interesting to see how he is gonna be able to scrap up enough to maybe win. Because currently Oddish has enough resources that this could easily come back to him, and he could go for a game. Diamond is in a very risky position without resources, and we know that one of the ways to lose is because you don't have resources anymore. And right now, Diamond is in that position. UnseenOddish could easily take back Thorngoborg just to mess with Diamond. Along with, who knows what these are. Now, easily these could be somewhat bricky. We don't know whether or not these are good or bad cards in his hand. And if they are bad cards, then Diamond does have a pretty nice shot of winning. But we'll have to see. Oddish is probably thinking, we're probably gonna see a lot of time spent just thinking, how can he flip the tables? Because that's the main goal right now. The main goal right now is to flip the tables, because once Oddish does, there's a good chance that it'll be an easy game from there. However, Diamond does also have the chance to still draw a couple of those battle acties, still has the chance to die Galaxy Crash, but still doesn't have that. Pelfam is going to come out, which is interesting because it's going to kill that. And Thorngoborg is just going to come out. That is all Diamond has against Oddish. And the question really is that does Oddish really just have no options? Is that what we're looking at right now? No, that's not working, man. Anyways, we see Flooper come out. That's gonna free play this, and that's a GG. That's a near GG. It's all gonna come down to one card. Yeah, that's a GG. That card is Relhex. That's not gonna do anything. So Oddish wins and advances into the semifinals. And my friends, that was quite a game. Quite a game. So some post-game talk. Mostly that game was a lot of aggressive because that's how a mirror match of Gaius Mind Control works. And mostly the reason why people lost is and most of the reason that the game was lost was due to do that. So yeah, basically it's basically the damage is reliant on there's two counters. The white is usually meant to represent the points that they have, which is actually the damage. The black is to show how many the counter in the black is the one for stars. Anyways, so that was a pretty good game. Mostly that just came down to things and stuff, and yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and we're moving on to the semifinals. Who is excited about that? Anyways, happiness is a warm puppy. See you later.